Hi guys, welcome to this video on if you'll meet somebody soon. So this is for singles or people who are, struggling in a connection right now and kind of wanting to know if they're going to meet somebody else. So we have got Amazonite, Angel Aura Quartz, Selenite, and then Rose Quartz. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you want to pause this video and take some time to meditate on it and find a crystal that speaks to you, maybe based on what your intuition is telling you, or maybe a colour that resonates with you, and then I will reveal your messages. Hi Great One, if you picked this gorgeous Amazonite card, then this is your message. So you might notice that it says loosen your grip, and that is very true. That's kind of the message that I want you to take away from this reading, because often when we want to meet somebody new, we kind of have to do certain things for the universe to be like, okay, she or he's starting to put some effort in here. So Amazonite is really about when you've just been in a kind of crisis of sorts. You're like, enough's enough, I can't be bothered with this anymore, please, I need to meet somebody soon. But this is all about, relinquishing your control. So letting go of things that you can't really control. So you can't really control whether somebody decides to walk into your life, but you can control elements of going out there and finding a life partner, for example. But there are some things that are just out of your control. So for example, making a decision for somebody else, you can't really do that, but you have to remember that there is a lot of room for you to be able to feel trapped. And that's where I think, particularly for this group, that we need to sort of space out a little bit. I think it's more about trying to take a step back, and instead of focusing so much on the finite details of a relationship, just releasing things, releasing the ideas of how a relationship should be, and letting what can be come into your life, because everything's going to fall into place, because the universe always has your back. If you trust it and allow your life to unfold, then it works in such a beautiful way. And sometimes you might have to affirm that and say, look, I let go of control. So anyway, let's get on to the tarot cards. So the first card you have got is the Emperor. And this is like, whoa, this kind of indicates to me that this person is going to come in very quickly. So we have a lot of fire energy, but we also have got this Aries kind of energy, this Aries or Taurus energy, which I really enjoy. So that kind of fire and earth, which says to me that it's going to be passionate and stable. What I like about that is that this is somebody that's probably very financially well off, and also very, I don't want to say aggressive, but they really go for what they want. So they're very action orientated. So they have a lot of self-control. They're quite intelligent. They've accomplished a lot in their life. And I think they're very interested in working on helping people and kind of being a bit of a hero. And it might sound weird to say a bit of a hero, but by that I mean trying to help people and, feeling that sense of accomplishment. So maybe they've got like, I won't say a big ego, but they really upheld themselves. They're disciplined. They communicate with an aura of strength. You know what I mean? They kind of really take root. And can you see this tower? This tower is this foundation, this strong, stable foundation. So this ability to be kind of all-knowing and intelligent, but also know things. So you've got this like family crest and this I don't even know what that is, a scepter of sorts. This kind of idea of being very royal and very affluent, wealthy, stable and secure. So somebody like that is coming into your life, which is very, very nice. You've then also got adjustments are required, which is interesting because I kind of mentioned that with the Amazonite about losing this kind of idea of really strong control. And I think it might be that you might have to adjust things slightly in order for this person to come in. So maybe not thinking about, what a relationship should be so much. I think it's really good to manifest the details of a relationship, but not focusing too much finitely on the details and kind of adjusting things. But this also might mean a situation that you're in right now, maybe where you're living, maybe with a connection that you already have. It's kind of just adjusting it and compromising, which is kind of the basis of a really good relationship. You've then got these archetype cards, and we've got Samaritan. We've also got Alchemist. So I'll go into Samaritan because I think that's very interesting. You can see these two sort of circus performers. And Samaritan's really about a person that wants to help, and again, kind of be the hero, like I mentioned with the Emperor, refining a capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. So charity worker, really advocating for diversity in the workplace, really advocating for just helping people in general, that's what makes people see them as very powerful, because they have a lot of power, but they give it to other people. and they're really good at boosting other people up. And I think that's going to be something that's really nice for you as well, is that when you do things, they boost you up. They're very supportive and constructive, and they communicate in such an amazing way. Like, you always feel like they tell you the truth no matter what. Even if it's brutally honest, they will tell you the truth. And I think for them as well, it's almost about they will bend over backwards for people, so their adjustments are required. They will adjust for other people as well. So I think in this case, not just for you, but this person as well coming in will be able to compromise and adjust in a really nice way, and that feels nice for you. I think you're going to feel supported and safe because of that. And then you've got alchemist. An alchemist is about making things, transforming things, wisdom. So somebody who's, again, very intelligent. We've got this Emperor card, very intelligent. They make things out of nothing, sort of thing. But they're also very resourceful, again. So I think they're very wealthy because they're resourceful. They have a sense of real power and knowing with things, but they're able to transform things, small things, into big things. So kind of like an entrepreneur type as well. I'm just throwing some different kind of opportunities at you here, but also someone that is very motivated and disciplined. So we're getting the idea here that this person is very, very, kind of strongly associated with power and intelligence and wealth, and kind of a really nice person to be involved with, really. So let's pull some charms. Got quite a few here. Oh, I like this arrow here. This arrow is nice because this is kind of like a Sagittarius thing to me. So again, this fire sign, but it's got this heart on. So it's like going for what they want. Again, this very action-orientated person that really goes for what they want. I think this person is likely to ask you out first because they're very much like, will see you and think, wow, that's a really nice person. But I think also they are in some ways very walking around with open eyes. So we've got this clarity eye. They see things a bit clearer than you at the moment. They kind of see things in a really nice way. I think for you, there's perhaps a little bit of fear blocking things. I think you might feel fearful when you first see them because they're like so outwardly, what's the word? Like outwardly a bit brash, like they're very, very, outgoing, outspoken. They like to talk a lot. And that might be a bit like, for you straight off the bat, but it's very interesting, I think. And you've also got this element of toxicity, so cutting something out of your life in order to meet somebody new. So again, cutting out like this fear and this kind of toxicity related. So maybe some of you have had a bad relationship beforehand and it's kind of made you struggle with the idea of actually meeting somebody that's going to treat you well, or it's just been very difficult for you in circumstances. And I think in this relationship there's going to be a lot of fun. Got this like cowboy hat, which always says to me like spontaneity and going around and having fun, but also traveling as well. And I think when you meet this person, you're going to know that you're going in the right direction, if that makes sense. Like you'll just know it will click into place in a really good way. But also I think that you might meet them in a time when you're feeling a lot more relaxed about the situation. So you've got these two cocktail charms. And the fact you've got two says to me that's like two people that go really well together. So this could mean a few things. So two cocktail charms to me could mean a metaphorical cocktail on the beach in which you look after yourself and treat yourself and care for yourself. But also it can mean that you'll be traveling and meeting around, and the fact that you've got this elephant, traveling. But also the elephant to me is even more a substantial note of the fact that this person is very intelligent and wise. So we've got this alchemist, which is wisdom, and the elephant is very wise. And then we've got this emperor again. So this idea of like somebody being very stable and wise for you. We've got an initial here actually. We've got an M. So an M, someone starting with M, that'd be nice. And then we have got travel. There we go, travel. So yes, travel. So somebody that you can travel with, you might meet them when you're traveling. It could be that they actually open your eyes a little bit more. I like the idea that you could meet them actually when you're traveling, because you've got this Samaritan, so maybe they're doing like volunteer missionary work in a country, and you get to meet them somewhere with elephants. So maybe a country in Africa, perhaps something like Tanzania or Botswana, Zimbabwe, that kind of thing, or just anywhere else, maybe Thailand, kind of just doing some volunteer work in different countries. So yes, that was your reading. I hope you enjoy it. Let me just move these charms up a little bit so you can see them a bit more, because I'm cutting them off. Yes, that was your reading. What I'm going to do is pull a star sign for them, and then also pull a month that you'll meet them. So I'll just pull a star sign. I'll just do it off camera because it's kind of awkward. So there we go, got Taurus. There we go. Taurus with maybe perhaps Aries in the chart. So again, this earth energy, someone who's really stable. I think that's really cool that he got that with the Emperor actually. And then we pull a month that you might meet them. 5. So we've got May next year. That might not seem like, you're saying, oh, but you're saying it's kind of soon. That is kind of soon though. That's like what, 8 months away? That is not a long time away. And obviously, it's actually a really good time to kind of say that because, maybe next May, I'm saying maybe because God knows we don't really know, do we? We can stop traveling again properly to these kind of more far-flung destinations, maybe doing volunteer work and kind of expressing that. So maybe you might get a chance to do volunteer work at university or maybe at work, or maybe it's just something that's interested you. You've been like, oh, I kind of want to do this kind of trip away, the safari, this road trip, and then you end up meeting the person. But that's actually just one kind of iteration for some of you because there's so many of you, so it doesn't always apply to every single person. But I think that the fact that we've got the travel charm is really indicative of that. So this was a bit of a long reading, but I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please comment down below and subscribe and like, and thank you very much. I'll move on to group 2. Hi group 2, if you chose this Angel Aura Quartz, beautiful Lighten Up card, then this is your reading. So the Angel Aura Quartz is really about, kind of not taking life too seriously and letting yourself have a bit of fun, letting yourself be a bit more open with things. But it's also about making time for things that make you smile and laugh. So maybe starting a new hobby, kind of just going to activities and events that make you laugh, but also giving yourself the permission to really deserve fun and love. I think for some of you, you've kind of punished yourself and you've not been able to kind of embrace that childlike innocence in your life, that kind of angelic innocence, because maybe you've always been on the grind, on the hustle, maybe it was working towards a goal, and you've kind of lost sight of that light-hearted nature, which I think this person coming into your life is going to give you. So you've got this idea of there being a bit more play than there is work and a really nice, stable connection as well. So the first card you've got is Ace of Cups, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous card. You can see this. There's a little bit of a BB here, but it's very interesting because this actually means joy. So again, this idea of like flirtation and play and fun. Yeah, it means joy, but it also means this idea of being productive. So again, some of you might be really interested in kind of working towards a goal in your career or your studies, and that's kind of being your main focus. And this is saying that you're going to be very productive with that. But this is also about, enjoying the best things in life. So kind of opulence, I would say. Enjoying the best things in life and kind of being excited about, life is full of little luxuries. That's what makes it amazing, is that sometimes, life isn't always great, but we have these little luxuries, this kind of opulence. I think for some of you, if you've been seeing butterflies, it's kind of a sign this person's coming closer. But this also, for some of you, not all, might mean fertility. So this means that, when you meet this person, it might be somebody that you realize you want to start a family with, and that to me kind of works well with this expect powerful change, kind of expecting a real a massive uplift in the universe here, a massive shift. And that says, actually, I've decided I kind of want to work well with this person. We've got these 2 roses, so 2 people that work really well together. And again, it's kind of like this person's going to find you appealing. And expect powerful change, I always get when it's like a sort of soulmate type of thing. So somebody who's very, or a karmic partner, something that's very, very powerful to the universe. It's like, whoa, the universe doesn't really get to experience this a lot. This is going to be something that's a massive shift, really. So let's look at these archetype cards, because you've got athlete and you've got warrior. So athlete can literally just be what it says on the tin, is somebody who is athletic, somebody who likes to, do sport. So somebody who could be actually doing a job in sport. So they could be like a PE teacher. They could be doing sports science. They could be doing research on athletics. They could be a coach. They could be an actual athlete themselves, so they may be training for some kind of event, or they could also be in the army, because we've got this warrior segment as well. But this says a dedication to transcending the physical limits, including handicaps, developing of a personal willpower and strength of spirit. So this can actually, not just, if it doesn't apply to you, about an athletic person, because this could just be someone who has an athletic build. It doesn't have to mean that they actually do anything, but it could also mean that they've got a really strong sense of personal power, and this idea that they, even when life gets tough, they don't quit. They keep moving on, and that works so well with a warrior, because a warrior doesn't quit. So this says to me this person could be Aries kind of energy here, but also with a little bit of Pisces as well. So, warrior. Light attributes: strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. So again, this idea there's a strength of spirit here. Heroicism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice and conquering the ego. So this is somebody who doesn't really let their kind of idea of self bother them too much. You know, if you say to them, oh, by the way, you're this or that, they're like, I know who I am. You don't need to tell me. I don't care. They're very self-assured. So again, this kind of Aries energy, you know, they've got a lot of confidence. They're very like outwardly going. And I mentioned the Pisces because we've got Ace of Cups, which is a water energy, and the athlete always makes me think of someone who's Pisces. So I'm getting that energy quite well. But this doesn't have to be, this could just be some kind of zodiacs that are in their chart. It doesn't have to be their sun sign or, you know, whatever. So the warrior is really interesting to me because I think the warrior kind of says to me that this person is very knowledgeable about something. They're very good at kind of saving the day with things. So again, they might have elements of them that really appeal to you because they think outside the box a little bit. They're not just heroic in, you know, the physical way, but they actually sacrifice a lot of things, and they're really good at ordering things around so things fit, you know, kind of putting all the pegs in the holes and really working to a time limit as well, I think. So something that involves that. So maybe with jobs, it could be someone who's in a kind of more of a leader role, so a bit more of a kind of mentoring role. Again, I mentioned about the athlete and the coach, so this could be somebody who is kind of not just athletic, but they take charge in that area too. So let's pull some charts. Okay. We've got this idea of like a true love here. I really like this, and this kind of says to me again about that expecting powerful change, meeting somebody that you consider to be a true love and who's really, really romantic. So we've got this heart as well, which says to me true love, romance. You know, this is going to be very romantic and very nice. You know, you could be traveling a lot. You've got this cocktail and this starfish, but you've also got an elephant as well. So. But this is also wisdom, which works to me with the warrior, you know, a wisdom of the warrior type of thing. And starfish is in like, if you look back far enough, starfish is actually mean divine love, which I think is really nice. I also think it's really beautiful to have that cocktail because that says about self-love. So just looking after each other and kind of working out. Maybe cutting out something toxic in your past, I think is important to meet this person. I think I'm probably going to get this a lot in the readings because it's always important. Cutting out maybe an ex that's upset you and, you know, really shifted you around. But I think that some of you in particular might be going through something right now with an ex or with a connection. And that is why the universe is saying there's going to be powerful change and there's going to be a shift in the universe. It's going to shift for you. It's going to work in a really palatable way for you. I'll just say palatable because, I've got a little pan. So this person could like cooking, or to me that says to me like they're very interested in family. They like to just be very homebody. They like to be at home. You know, they like in the morning to go for their run and then they come back and, you know, cook you breakfast and, you know, have time with you. Again, it kind of says to me about family because we've got this Ace of Cups with fertility. So, you know, and then cooking for the family. So somebody who's very much open to having a family, being a bit more warm and gentle with you. So this is not somebody that's like, I'm just going to go out with you for a year and that's it. It's like, this is somebody that really wants to settle down with you. So for some of you, if that's what you want, you're definitely going to be getting that. And we've also got the key, which I love. This is the key to you. So this is kind of like, this person's not only going to open you up and show you things that you never knew were inside you, but it's also going to say that you have the ability to bring this person in by unlocking all the amazing powers and secrets of yourself, okay? So let's find their star signs. So we've got this idea of an Aries and a Pisces, but it doesn't have to be that for their sun signs. We've got Gemini. So an air sign as well. That's nice because that's logical. So we've got anything from Gemini, Pisces to Aries in their chart. Let's find a month that you might meet them. This is, I don't want everyone to think about this too religiously because obviously with the virus going on, things are changing very quickly, so we don't always know. Okay, 6. So June next year. That's really nice. It's funny because I didn't get anything in here that was saying they were coming to you super, super quickly. So June is quite nice. It's like 9 months away, I believe. So it's kind of a nice experience for you to be able to kind of work on yourself, maybe let go of this toxicity, and then meet this person in what I consider to be a really beautiful way. So that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and please message if it resonated, or if this is somebody that you think you would like to meet. Tell me down below what kind of person you would like to meet. And thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll move on to group 3. Bye. Hi group 3, thank you for choosing this group. So if you picked the selenite, which is clear the clutter, so clearing your mind, and this is your message. So selenite is about kind of having a time to refresh and really think about who you are as a person. This is kind of saying, you know, if you've been run down, you've kind of been working a lot, kind of been on burnout, then it's time for you to take a little bit of a moment and a bit of a refresh and just hit the button, kind of go to sleep, and then wake up a kind of clearer and more gentle person. But this is also about not letting people dim your energy, okay? So not letting people trying to push down your light for their own agenda, and also for you to be able to understand that, you know, what actually re-energizes you, what actually feeds your soul, what recharges you as a person. So I think that you want a person that's really going to kind of breathe life into you. And I think you want this person to kind of give you this idea of stability and a bright spirit, somebody that fills you with just light in general. So to begin with your tarot card, you've got 10 of Cups, which is very, very interesting. Cups is a water card, so very emotional kind of person, could be a water sign in that respect. This is about home and happiness and having a really nice kind of gentle, comfortable, peaceful home with a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, a lot of sun. Can you see these suns? You know, and this kind of tower here is the foundation of who you are, a tower, okay? And I really like this because 10 in numerology is 1, which means the sun. So we've got this idea that this is somebody that really brings you a lot of light. So again, this sun, I actually pick these cards randomly. So I do my interpretation completely fresh for you here on video. So I'm just kind of banding out some ideas here that I think this person's really going to fill you with a lot of light. And then themselves are a very gentle, sensitive soul, I think. But this also means having high esteem, and that brings you peace. Knowing that you are good enough, which kind of works well here. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo, earth energy. So we've got a bit of water and a bit of earth, which is nice. A bit of emotion, a bit of stability again. So a kind of stable connection that's going to, you know, make you feel efficient, make you feel secure, but also there's that really nice emotional side because I think they're very sensitive. Not in a too sensitive way, but I think they really see the beauty in life. And again, I think that's going to bring you a lot of light. So 10 of Cups is really beautiful because things grow out of this connection. I think this could be, you know, somebody that you could really start a family with, you know, really want to build a home with, you know, buy a house with, really enjoy life, but you're going to see things a bit more clearly. And I think this person's going to respect you. They will respect you. They will bring you honor. They will not treat you badly. They're going to be like the kind of person that you can bring home to your parents or whoever, you know, your family is, and you say, oh, you know, that they're never going to break your heart type of thing, because you are good enough. The fact I get this card is that some of you, you know, again, maybe you've been burnt out, maybe you kind of needed to hit the recharge button because you've not felt like you're doing yourself honor. You felt like maybe you've deserved yourself, maybe you don't feel like you're doing good enough in life, maybe some people have told you in life that, you know, you're not this or that, and you may be taking it on board, and you need to just know that's bullshit. That is just not true at all. It's not true. It's a complete lie. What people tell you is not true. That's just from their perspective. That is not who you are. And you know that. And I think if you start seeing butterflies, you know, you're really attracted to animals, birds. I think that's a really important sign that, you know, you're coming towards this person and they're going to give you a lightness of spirit. So we've got poets, and as you noticed, I mentioned birds. We've got these like doves, and it always says to me like someone who's very angelic and sensitive and, you know, really very beautiful. And a poet, they see the beauty in everything, expressing soul insights in symbolic language. So somebody who's really interested in communicating, again, the sensitive soul, really good at communicating. They like books, they like reading, so they could have had like some kind of background in English, but they could also just be really interested in, you know, the languages and writing. They are very good at speaking to people because the way that they talk is so analytical. It's so interesting and introspective. And I think what they say to you is going to just make you stop and think, and you're going to be like, wow, you're so intelligent and you're so spontaneous and fun. And that links well to this Fool card. spontaneity and fun, someone who's happy. And this is going to be a new beginning for you because, you know, this is not a tarot card, but this links to the tarot card, the Fool, which I always see as a new beginning and somebody willing to walk off the cliff with you. Fearlessly revealing emotion. So again, this kind of Cups emotion card, you know, they're not afraid to be sensitive with you, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. So kind of making you laugh a lot, you know, really good with communication. Again, kind of, they might be, you know, I think because they're quite sensitive, this could be a person that, you know, sometimes suffers a lot in private. And I think you're going to be a really good base for them because they won't have to do that anymore. And it's going to be kind of similar for you, that you're both each other's kind of rock and you stable each other out in a really beautiful way. So it's kind of like this person is very poetical and dramatic, but also really spontaneous and fun and very open to starting a home with you and very open to giving you stability, but also measuring that off with some fun. So also we've got this water and earth, but also can have a bit of Sagittarius in there because they are also very spontaneous and outgoing. But let me find a star sign that they are, because we've got lots of different star signs in our chart. So we've got, okay, Leo. So we've got Leo. So again, fire energy. So we've got a bit of earth, a bit of water, and a bit of fire. So this is somebody who's stable, emotional, but also very, very passionate and fiery. And Leo's also someone very outgoing and likes to speak a lot. So again, this poet, they like maybe doing open mic nights, and they like speaking a lot. They want people to hear what they have to say. There's been a time in their life where they've been shut down and they're like, no, no more. I'm going to speak my truth. And I think that's really important as well. Let's find a year a month you might meet them. Yeah, a year. I don't think so. 8. Okay. August, which is so funny because I had like August in my head for some reason. So August, yes. So that's not super close. You know, that is like a year away or so, but that doesn't mean that you can't do work on yourself now in order to meet that person. And actually, this is just when you might actually start the relationship. So you could have actually already met them, or you could meet them a bit closer to that. Again, life comes at you quickly. Just some charms. Ooh, okay, I like this, because we've got 2 2s, and I like that. So 2 2 could be angel numbers that you might start seeing. What I like about this is that cocktails, let me just put this on the camera. The cocktails and the comb to me mean self-care, looking after each other. So you're both going to look after each other. You know, you might have that metaphorical cocktail on the beach type of thing, but you're also going to groom each other, kind of look after each other, kind of take time to love yourself first. So I think in this period before you meet this person, take some time to really look after yourself, you know, do things for you. Again, I think you've been on burnout a little bit. I think you've been a bit lost with things, and it's really important to kind of go in the right direction. You got this compass. So I could be traveling with this person again, because we've got these cocktails, which I really like. You also got lucky. It's so funny because Sagittarius are associated with luck. So again, Sagittarius could be, I'm just giving a couple of zodiacs because obviously we're all different, and I think it's important to just throw a couple of things out there. You know, we've got this Leo and the Sagittarius and this this water sign, which I think is probably a Cancer, and then we've got this Virgo as well. So we've kind of got these interesting star signs that are all very crazy amazing signs as well. Create. Beautiful. Create. What does a poet do? They create. So that landed on that as well. So creative person. Again, this person's creative. I don't see this person as being like a logical business man or woman at all. And you've got this idea about cutting something out of your life. So again, if you've gone through a period of, you know, bad relationship or a bad connection, or just, you know, bad luck, you know, because we've got this lucky thing with somebody, that know that you're going to cut that out now and you're going to have a new beginning with this person. It's going to be kind of very lucky. I think when you meet them, it's kind of like, that was a chance encounter and a half, you know, it was something I would not have expected, but the universe works in such crazy ways. And again, I got this in another group, kind of like being the key to who you are. Again, this person being bright light for you, lifting your spirit, being the key to opening you up. And that can mean quite a few things as well, just kind of opening that lock a little bit. But then you've also got being divinely protected here. I like this feather because that means that this connection is divinely protected. So a connection that is a little bit more divine than the average partnership, you know, something that the universe is really trying to orchestrate, which I think is pretty beautiful. I really love seeing relationships that aren't just like your run-of-the-mill, we went out for a couple of months, but this is actually a bit more, again, someone you can build a home with. So if this did resonate, please let me know down in the comments what you think. What kind of person would you like to meet? Does this kind of person match your expectations? Like and subscribe, and thank you very much for clicking this video, and I'll move on to group 4. Bye. Hi group 4, if you picked the beautiful rose quartz, which is about opening up your heart, this is kind of the love crystal, then this is your message. Rose quartz is kind of about remembering that first love that you had, you know, that kind of idea of the perfect person, and that's saying that you need to become that person. Okay, so kind of like in that law of attraction manifestation way, you need to be who you want, and that's kind of about embracing this unconditional self-love, but also allowing you to have patience and joy with yourself and the person coming into your life. But also, this is about, I think this person is going to fall head over heels with you. I think you're going to fall head over heels with them. It's a lot of flirtation and playfulness, but also it's going to be a bit more transcendent than the average relationship as well. So we've got in your tarot cards Temperance, which says to me this person is a bit of a teacher, a mentor, a coach, somebody that teaches you something. I like this because this gives me Libra vibes, this gives me balance, this gives me beautiful, angelic, masculine and feminine mix. You know, someone who's a bit more feminine and a bit more sensitive and just beautiful. I mean, we've got this sun. We've got this moon, we've got this rainbow, which always says to me like a soulmate, we've got this fire and water clashing together, we've got birds, and we've got just, oh, beautiful. It's just like, it gives me very like magic vibes, like this is a magical kind of union. This is someone who is very patient. So again, I think they're a teacher. Their ability to be patient, they have a lot of self-control and a lot of discipline. They're also quite parental, so they're really good at looking after people. So again, this idea of like mentoring or teaching, they're really good at looking after you as well. They really like giving you kind of knowledge, but they're very good at cultivating this relationship. Like they've got it in their cards already. That's like a master plan. They've blueprinted what they want in a relationship, and it's you. You're what they want, and they're going to be patient and balanced with you. They're waiting patiently for you, just as you, I hope, are waiting patiently for them. And I think it's going to be something that is really beautiful and balanced and natural. It's not going to feel pushed. It's like the most natural connection. When you see them, it's like, bam. This gives me soulmate energy straight off the bat. This gives me a really beautiful, you are meant to be type of vibes. And you got you're very close to achieving your goal, which is to me, this person's coming in hot. So you might have to wait again. This idea about just being a bit more patient, a bit longer, and this person's going to come to you very close to achieving your goal. So I think if it's this person, you know, I mentioned about kind of like the idea of a person that you've always wanted in your life. Think about that kind of person and bring it into your reality. You know, bring it close to you. You're close to achieving a goal, so it's coming in hot. Let's find out what month they're coming in actually. 4. April. That is not long away at all. That's like 7 months. Yep, 4. Which is really beautiful actually. And I really like the fact that, you know, you're going to be able to take some time to just think about what you want in love and bring it closer and closer towards you. I think that's really, really nice. And also April gives me like, because it's spring, you know, it gives me kind of blossomings and new beginnings. And I really like that and I like the fact that you've got this kind of fire and water clashing together to give you this kind of lukewarm. So it gets me the idea that you're going out of winter, but you're not yet into summer. You're kind of in the middle. Maybe just my interpretation, but I like the fact that's giving me spring vibes, and also just like rainbows and that kind of colourful, vibrant blossoming of a relationship. So to incorporate that kind of teacher thing, because I pull these cards randomly before I do them, and I give you my interpretation live on camera, which is why I might be stuttering and erming a lot. Mentor. So again, somebody teaches, mentors, passes on wisdom, and refines a student's character. So this person works with students in some way. They teach. There's no doubt about that. They help people. Okay, this is somebody who's going to support you. They're going to be really gentle with you. They connect in a way that you've never known before. They're very outgoing, actually. They're really outgoing. They like to sort of they like teaching and they like talking in front of people because they've got a lot of charisma. Like they like to show their peacock feathers off, if that makes sense. They really like to, I wouldn't say showboat, but they're like, you know, they know they're really hot. They know they're really cool. And I think with that particular person, it's going to be kind of fun for you to see them entrance people, because I think people hang on to their every word. They're very interesting and very exciting. And then alongside that, we've also got healer. So again, this kind of idea of helping, passion to serve others by repairing the body, the mind and the spirit, and ability to help transform pain into healing. So again, we don't always have to have a teacher of educational sorts. This could be someone who's a spiritual teacher, like a yoga teacher. They could be a physician. They could actually teach a subject that is actually about healing. So they could teach science. They could be a psychology teacher. They could be mentoring and coaching in psychology. So, like a psychotherapist or, a trauma coach or grief counselor. But they could also be teaching, because when I get temperance, like the teacher, I also get like English as well. So kind of ability to make words heal people. Because words do heal people, maybe writing a book that changes someone's life. There's so many different things, because I think every subject in a way can change people's lives. But in particular, this is more about really cultivating the mind, the body and the spirit. So again, a dietitian, a spiritual coach, a kind of psychotherapist, that kind of thing. So just throwing a couple of interpretations out at you, because I know we're all different, but definitely someone who teaches and mentors something that's healing, but they could also be someone that's going to heal you as well. So they're going to come in and heal you, and maybe you've had a difficult time in the past with situations and you're not sure what's going on, or perhaps you've got things hidden deep down inside that you don't know until you meet this person, and then they bring it out in you, which I think is really beautiful. So let's find a star sign for them. Aquarius, because I mentioned Libra, didn't I? And that's an air sign. Aquarius, yeah. And what's beautiful about that is like it's water bearer, and we've got some watery energy here, a lot of blue. But again, we've got that water and fire. So we could have, because obviously an Aquarius is an air sign, but I'm saying it's a water bearer. So we've got some Libra energy, some Aquarius energy. Let me also get another star sign in there. Sagittarius. Beautiful. Fire sign. So, yes, Libra, Aquarius and Sagittarius giving that fire energy. And what does Sagittarius love to do? They love to teach. I'm a Sagittarius. I teach myself. I love to kind of be knowledgeable and have a lot of kind of mentoring and teaching and healing people. So that works really well. Sagittarius love to learn. They're always on the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom. So, let's look at some charms. Ooh, adore. This person's going to adore you. That's beautiful. I don't get that charm very often, actually. So someone who's very adoring of you. Oh, you're going to adore them. Like I said, hanging on their every word. People adore them. They like being outspoken. Life. They adore life. Again, very, very, if a Sagittarius, someone who's very, very spontaneous and open to living life as is. But also that just means this person is really going to restore your faith and heal your life. There's many interpretations to these two words, so please take what resonates. But I think it's very interesting that they might open you up. We've got this spiritual hand, again, healing you, taking you on a spiritual journey of sorts. I like that healing element, which I think is coming through very strongly, because I think for some of you, this is a person that you kind of need to not necessarily save you, but give you kind of faith and hope in life again. Starfish, which is beautiful. Starfish has actually mean divine love, but also going to the beach and relaxing with each other. Again, this like beachy, seasonal type of thing. So somebody really likes to be out in nature. They like to just witness all types of seasons. Okay, we've got the deer, so a bit of fear here. Also adds to nature, but a bit of fear. You might want to run from it because it scares you a little bit. I think this might be a connection that is so strong. It's kind of going to make you shake a little bit. Because they give you so much faith and hope in life, I think it's going to scare you off a little bit. But this also means, don't let fear from the past come into your reality right now, because again, we've got this idea of healing. So maybe healing a bit of fear in your life. We've got these scissors, and I've got this in a couple of the groups. So cutting something out. You need to cut something out, cut this fear out in order to get to this person, because April's not far away at all. So again, this person's coming in hot, and it's divinely protected by the angels. So the universe is looking out for you on this one. They're not going to let you fall flat on your face with it. So I didn't pull the initials for some of the groups for some reason. I don't know why, but I just didn't. But I'm feeling like I really want to pull some initials for this group. So let me just do it here. So these are some options. We've only got 3, so let's whittle it down. A, V, O. Avocado. So, I don't know why that made me think of that. So A, yep, V, or O. So those could be potential initials. I really like that, actually. And I like that we only got 3 as well. So there we go. That was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If it resonates with you, please comment down below. Please, comment down what kind of person you'd like to meet. Is this person, kind of hitting your criteria? Like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching the video. And if you've watched all of the readings, thank you very much for watching all the readings, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.